Well, here I am. It's Pioneer Peru with Mr. Clover. Come here, Clover. Come here, honey. All the visual learners will see it's Clover's birthday today. Happy birthday, honey. Oh my gosh. Cutie, 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 cutie. It's his birthday, and he has no idea it's his birthday, but it's his birthday. And for anyone who's a pet owner and it's not a person who says that and person who says got you day, I'm not a got you day gal. I don't want my dog to think I got him. I want my dog to know that I'm his dad. So wait, where did he go, Clover? Oh, he's just sniffing my clean clothes. They're all clean behind my bed, which I have hidden on purpose so you don't see that my huge hamper is filled with clean clothes I have yet to fold. And I am also just realizing that I have a huge load of wet laundry that I haven't put in the dryer. So I'm gonna make this trick a quick. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Recording this on a Monday. Happy Wednesday, though, for anyone who's listening or who's a visual learning and you're watching. I'm Pioneer Peru. This is Pioneers and Trailblazers. And I'm just gonna cue us right into the episode. Today's episode is it's actually really fun, and you'll really understand my dynamic with other kinds of people besides Miss Nick because I literally do not stop talking this episode, and I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel terrible. Our guest is an illustrious comedian, illustrious performer, actor, podcaster, the incredible Bryan Safi. He's joining me today, who I can not only call an inspiration as a performer, but also just a friend, and I love. But I just love kicking with Miss Safi, and you will be able to tell that I am like so excited to be talking to him because I'm just like jumping from topic to topic. So my apologies in advance if the energy feels manic because I am just excited to be talking to Bryan. He's in the West Coast right now shooting his TV show, and I missed him last time that he was in New York. So I'm just really excited to be talking to somebody new to here on the town. It has really been fun introducing new people to kind of just like introduce other people to. Well, I mean, the last people that we introduced were townspeople, so I guess I'm not really introducing them. But it's nice to have people who are like are newer in the town or just kind of like, I don't know, like the dynamic and like the way that we go about talking about the town and just the particulars of how we refer to things and how we talk about things here in the town. Us, all of us as townspeople, me being your wagon leader, it was actually really fun to just have that dynamic with somebody else. And so I really had a kiki. I really had a good time. And I hope that from last week to this week, everyone's enjoying the new format. I really have been enjoying just, getting to know everyone a lot more. Please comment down below here on YouTube if you're a visual learner, or comment on Spotify, which you can leave comments now on Spotify. And Apple Podcasts, leave a review if you want to. Just if you're here, if you're new in the town, if you're a season 3 joiner, please let me know. I know there were quite a few joiners during the summer break, actually, which was kind of surprising because we weren't really pumping out, stuff here on the main town platform. But anyway, it's a really fun episode. I'll come back to say goodbye and give you an update on what my week's looking like. But without further ado, here's the episode. Enjoy. Well. Look at us. Look at you. Look at
Uh,
this like bookcase behind you. She's a woman who reads. She's a woman
Honey,
who is educated first and foremost.
I have a thirst for knowledge like no other.
Oh.
I'm always trying to learn new things, read about different animals. You know what I mean? Just constantly looking at maps. I mean, that's who I am, you know?
Right. We were just kind of talking about like the arrests happening. When like people were telling you, are you thirsty? You're like, yeah, you were hanging out at the Port Authority bathroom to like read books. You
Right,
were there to
exactly.
get educated.
Where else can it's the best place to read because, the ambiance is so nice in the port. I had a friend one time. We were really wasted. This was like in college. And she had to go to the bathroom really badly. And the closest place, like you know how in New York there's like nowhere to go to the bathroom.
Nowhere.
Like they never let you in to restaurants or anything like that. They're like, get out. So we ran into Port Authority and she drugged me in the bathroom with her. And she started to pee, but then she started to throw up because she was drunk. And when
Hmm.
she was throwing up, her lip hit the toilet of the Port Authority bus terminal bathroom. And I thought to myself, I don't think I can be friends with you anymore. This might be over.
And honestly, nothing. I mean, forget the throw up. Just like your things hitting any crevice of that bathroom. Mm-mm.
You
Mm-mm.
want to know why I think people hook up there though? Is it's one of those like floor to ceiling bathroom stalls?
Well, see, I haven't been to the Port Authority bathroom in a bit. Listen, I'm a woman who's out and about.
Yes, honey.
I'm not at the rambles though. I'm not in the. I
I
mean, I
know,
don't
me
know.
neither.
The townspeople, which we call people here in the townspeople know that like not too long ago, I did get I may have not gotten caught at the bathroom at the Dickens in Hell's Kitchen, which I can say now where it was because it's like
It's
long ago
over.
now. It's over. But I met a man at Ninth Ave Saloon, which I love, and then one thing led to another, and suddenly we're like at the Dickens having a martini, and I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if we go downstairs and hook up? And then we had such a good time. But then like because you know me, if you're thirsty for knowledge, I'm just thirsty for more in general.
Sure.
I'm a greedy girl. So I
Yeah.
was like, should we go again? We go again.
Wait,
And
hang
then
on a second. You went again that same night or like
yes,
another night?
yes,
You went
yes.
twice. You hooked up twice in a bathroom, like to completion?
To completion. We were there for a
That's
bit.
incredible, to be honest. I've never heard of anything like that. That's
Oh my
really
God.
incredible.
It's an exclusive in our friendship. Like
It's an
that's
exclusive
just
in our friendship, and like, what stamina? That's great.
but
Plus the
see,
martinis, I'm impressed.
but you know that's what happens, like I feel like I'm an Aries at heart, and like being an Aries, I'm just like, oh, like I want more of this because it's good, which is the
Right.
reason why I will never do meth, to be honest, because I know once I do meth I'm done. Like once I do meth, I'm like,
There's no such thing as too much of a good thing. Like if it's good,
of
let's keep going. I'm with you, by the way. I understand that. Yeah.
can't. And also like just no, too messy, and like too no, it would it's and everyone keeps saying like like they're like, oh my God, like nothing compares to your first hit, and I'm just like, honey, I when everyone says like I'm out going after that first hit, that be me, like that be me, just
I
like
know.
it's so good. I couldn't, but
Yeah.
when it comes to like sex and martinis, sign me up. I
Oh, by the way, this is the best story ever. Wait, so you went down again and then what
So then
happened?
went down again, and then security comes down. And actually, I didn't even talk about this at the freaking thing. Security comes down, and like, mind you, like the Dickens. I don't know if you've been at the Dickens
I
in New York
haven't
City.
actually.
It's on Eighth Avenue. It's like a multi-level. It's not like a fully fledged gay bar, but it's a gay bar. Like
Right.
it's a gay bar, but there's a lot of because it's right by like Theater Row. The
So you get
theater
like tourists
spaces.
coming in and stuff?
Oh, honey, the amounts of times I've been having a martini there, and next to me come up just some random couple from
That's
Ohio,
hilarious.
45, 46, with the pamphlets from the Lion King, they're just looking for a beer. They're looking
I
for a Cabernet
love it.
Sauvignon. Then
I
they
love
look
it.
around, and like freaking like Showgirls is playing, and then they start clocking all the rainbows, and then they start clocking all the freaking gays just like holding hands and screaming to Lady Gaga, and then they're like, oh.
I gotta tell you, Hell's Kitchen is so great that way, in just in terms of its location, because like the idea that yes, people going to see The Lion King could go into it's just my favorite thing. I love it. It's positioned so perfectly.
Listen, talk about positions, honey.
Honey,
This, honey, Hell's Kitchen is verse the House on Boots. There's
all the
no
way.
truer verse than Hell's
All the
Kitchen.
way. Nope. Nope. Honey, it goes any way you need it to go.
And we need to. By the way, I am Pioneer Peru, and this is Pioneer Central Listeners. Thank you for being here, everybody. I am joined by, honestly, I want to go down through credits, which I will.
Oh,
But first and foremost, I have never been obsessed with a voice in my ears more than I've ever been obsessed with Bryan Safi, who's our guest today. Welcome, Bryan.
oh my God. Thank
Actor,
you so
comedian,
much.
improviser, performer, podcaster, trailblazing in the podcasting world, to be honest. There's not a podcast Bryan has not been on. And honestly, that's probably one of the reasons why I was like, maybe he'll agree to be on mine.
Peru, I would go to the ends of the earth for you. You're one
Stop
of
it.
the funniest, most charming, most delightful, just greatest, smartest people I know.
And townspeople, just know, Bryan, you can currently catch him on ABC's 911, which is just regular with I just saw your video, by the way, and I want to talk about this with Miss Angela Bassett doing a reels and a TikTok of like lip syncing. What is happening in this video I just saw from, or is it Jennifer Love Hewitt? And is it you?
It's
Who
Jennifer
is
Love
it?
Hewitt. It's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Gotcha, gotcha,
Yes,
gotcha.
she is so fabulous and such a delight, and she really makes the time go fast there because it can be a bit. Well, it's just a lot of waiting. You know what I mean? Like you're always waiting for the next shot to be set up and that kind of
Hmm.
thing. And she makes the day go by fast. And so she just, I am not actually on TikTok. She is, and so she just finds these things for us to do so we can be.
Brian, you gotta get on the trends. I was like, oh, finally
So
see
she
Brian
told
doing a
me,
trend.
that's honey, I know. I got to get on it. I got to get on it. I just am so bad right in this moment of the endless scroll. Like I'm in it. I go through phases of being really into my phone and then kind of like stepping away from it. I'm in the phase where I'm really in it. So I'm scared to download TikTok because I think then I'll just never sleep again.
It's your meth.
Exactly.
It's your
Honestly, yes.
meth.
That's what it's starting to feel like. That's what
You
it's
know,
starting to feel
okay.
like.
Let's actually look out for your mental health. Please don't. Please don't. You're also the host of the Attitudes podcast, which I love. I'm
Thank
a
you.
big. Thank you for. I was
You've been on it.
luckily enough to be on, and honestly,
Yes.
you got me hooked on the Dateline portion of it
You have to
because
come back and do one again.
I am. I just listened to the one with you and Michelle, and let me tell you, oh my God, talk about like open marriages and everything. I'm like,
Oh,
this is great.
Dateline, they're so disgusted slash fascinated by open marriages and by the swinger lifestyle, which they call it, that even if it has nothing to do with the case, they're like, and they had an open marriage.
Marriage,
And
and then the next
they make
question.
it seem like that's the next thing that's the thing that leads to someone's demise.
And then the next question is just like, so were you okay? Were
Right.
you okay with your friends having an open marriage? It's like if they were to do Dateline with strictly gay storylines, like that would just be the base level. Like it wouldn't be even a question.
Girl, we straight up invite strangers into our homes like constantly.
We're
We
straight up
go
getting arrested at Port Authority just we want dick so
according to
desperately.
Dateline's logic, we should really all we're all murderers. That's the path that it's like we're in open relationships. We're constantly getting arrested. We're having public sex. We're definitely into all of that. They according
Into
to Dateline, we should be. I can't believe any of us are still alive by our own hands.
no, there's no lines, there's no dates. It's just murder. It's
Honey,
just
it's
murder.
just murder.
Wait, but let me finish the story.
Yes.
We're down in the bathroom, and like, mind you, you were saying I haven't been to the Port Authority's bathrooms in forever because guess what? New York City tip townspeople, if y'all want to know which bathroom, if you're ever in Midtown, go into Moynihan Hall. Have you been to Moynihan Hall
So
recently?
pretty, isn't it?
It's so pretty. I'm just like, this is actually what I feel like the early 2000s movies were depicting of New York City Midtown because it's like
100%.
it's like Q, the Devil Wears Prada 2 should shoot at Moynihan Hall because
Totally
honestly.
agree. All that light, all that it does feel very. Do you remember in Sex and the City 2 when Sarah Jessica Parker has her sunglasses on inside and then she walks outside and she takes them off? And I'm like, girl, are you AI? That is a definite rip in the Matrix. Like, why did you do it in that order?
I got Sex and the City 2. Oh my God. Shout out
Honey,
to
the
Sex and the
best.
City 2.
Shout out.
Everyone hated it. I loved it. I
I
loved
loved
it.
it. I loved it.
Honestly, please.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I had no idea that I guess well, so the Moynihan Hall bathrooms, there's restrooms everywhere, and really like you could just go in there and look for a restroom, and they're all nice, they're all still pretty new. So if anyone needs like a restroom to go to and you don't
Good
want to
tip.
run the risk of getting arrested by just existing as a gay person or queer person, go to Moynihan Hall. I've used their bathrooms plenty of times. No risk of getting arrested. A lot of cute people too, so I guess I could technically, but
True.
I guess I could. So I was downstairs. The bathrooms at the
Ah,
Dickens are not. They're not floor to ceiling, which was also like a very risky move on my part. But also like no one was really. It's like on a separate level, so like no one's really there, and you can kind of like hear people coming down the stairs.
oh,
But
that's good. Yeah.
but me and this guy were just like so infatuated with each other. So we're like, let's go again. So I was like, let's go. And then after like 5 minutes, I hear like, it's security, security. But then the security guy like was being like, it's security. But then he goes like, listen, this isn't the Eagle, okay? And then
Perfect. He knows all the references.
that was his like fifth of the week, probably. He was just like, he was like, no, this is the Eagle. And we're like, sorry. So we're just like, so we're like, Okay. Let's go. We should have thought this through better. We got too greedy, and then we went back up there. Mind you, we still had like our martinis left there with like a little napkin
Of
on top.
course.
And
Yeah.
we go there, and it was as if like our mom or like our like sixth grade school teacher, the bartender, was waiting for us at the bar, just like looking at us and like tapping their
Shaking
foot,
their head.
just like, and then just like, hey, did you both have a good time? And then we're like, we're good. But they
I
didn't
gotta
even
tell
kick us
you,
out.
it does. That's kind of nice, actually. It does make you feel like you are a child in school for sure.
Yeah,
Like
because literally.
way back in the day, that happened to me. Where I mean, it was yeah, it was like during maybe right after college. I was at I can't remember the name of the bar. It was in New York though. It was a gay bar in New York. In the bathroom. Oh my God, you know where I think I was? I
Okay,
think I was
who?
like at Stonewall because we had just gone to some club or something and then like didn't want to quit. And so we walked into Stonewall because we were in the West Village. And it was yeah, it was in that bathroom that like and by the way, I kept trying to ignore the knock at the thing with the guy I was hooking up with.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't go. Obviously, they're going to win every time. So
They're gonna win every time.
we got busted.
Well, question on the getting busted. So most of the times, like we try to make like a swift exit. We're like, okay, like you're trying to leave, you're trying to gather your things whenever you have like a hookup or something.
Right.
I don't know if I ever told you this story, Miss Safi, but I
Can't wait.
famously years ago, did I tell you about the time that a guy fell asleep on me?
No, no, where? Like on top of you?
So the townspeople know this story from a couple seasons ago, but let me
Okay.
just retell it for Safi because like it's worth retelling because it leads up to the next thing.
Oh, I can't wait.
I famously met this daddy at this other restaurant I was used to work at in the Lower East Side, like a trendy restaurant, and he was this daddy with like it was a table of daddies, and the daddy and I locked eyes from the moment that I
Oh,
was there.
that's fun.
So I was like, how like my tray with like martinis, and I was like, here
Just
you
full
go.
Betty Boop. Yeah.
Oh, my ass was at the corner of that table. I was like,
Yes,
please,
honey.
Kim Kardashian, like I was like, some champagne, guys, please.
Yeah.
So, 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 so then, of course, we chat, and like I'm really, I think one of my biggest like things, my biggest qualities, and my biggest demise, I'm like too much of a go-getter. So like, I'm always shooting my shot. I'm like, I'm gonna, like ask this guy out. I'm gonna tell this guy we should hang out after my shift, and he gave me his number. We texted. We met at a club after that night when I got out. And at this point, I could start feeling some like anxiety from this guy that like I met him and it was like, I mean, it was late. It was like 2-ish when I met him.
Yeah.
It was like a late kind of restaurant party vibe. So like
I
I
was
got
gonna
out late.
say this was a restaurant that stayed open.
It
Wow.
stayed open, and then like I was out, like it closed out and whatever. So like, got there and he was a daddy that was like in his like I would venture out and say like maybe like late 40s, I would say.
Okay.
Looked very well, maybe even early 50s, but no, I think it was just late 40s.
You're
But
like no older than 80.
no older than 80.
No way.
Which the townspeople would know. My co-host, Miss Nick, we love you, Miss Nick. Hope you're doing well. She has a proclivity for really older daddies, and she not too long ago hooked up with a 78-year-old ambassador to the US. For anyone who has
Excuse me,
diplomats here in the town, honey.
honey.
We're fucking diplomats,
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
Trust
Good,
and
good,
believe.
good for Miss Nick.
Oh, Miss Nick is getting it. So meet him up, and he just kept buying. He was like, "Here, can I buy you a drink?" And I was like, "Of course." I had like two sips of my drink, and he was like, "Okay, want another drink?" And I was like, "Oh, like I'm good." But there was a sense that he was just kind of like rushing,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Okay, like sure." And then after the second drink, he was like, "You good? You having a good time?" And I was like, "What?"
Weird.
And I was like, "I guess he just wants to get out of here to hook up." So I was like, "You know
Right.
what?" He was like, "I live around here in Chelsea. Go to his place." And then when we got to his place, I could tell that he was rushing because there was something about like the eyes, that he was getting kind of sleepy. He was getting kind of sleepy. And I was
That's
like, "What's happening?" But he was like
uh
so sexy. He was like muscly
right.
and like
Real bedroom eye. He was like
real,
literally like
yeah,
falling
honey, Betty
asleep.
Davis eyes, more like
Y-
bedroom eyes.
Honey,
Hmm.
the heaviest eyes.
The heaviest eyes have eyes, have eyes. So we get to the bed. He's on me, and I'm like, okay, finally we're gonna hook up, whatever. I'll just leave. And then next thing I feel is just like suddenly like his body feels really heavy, and I was
Yep.
like, what's happening? And I'm like, hello. And I noticed that he's starting to fall asleep. And I was like, listen,
Did
I
he do that
know.
thing where he starts spasming? You
Oh,
know how
you
like guys do that where they're like about to fall asleep and they're like,
yeah.
ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it could just mean two things. It could just mean like you're coming or
Right.
you're falling asleep. Like
Exactly.
one of those two things.
Exactly.
Now, as the Dateline host would say, this was no coming spasm. This
Mm-mm.
was a different kind of spasm.
Different spasm.
He was falling asleep on me, and I felt so weird because I was like, okay, well, I guess we haven't gone too far that I can just like, and he was actually so built that he was heavy. So I was just like, okay, like I actually need to move him like Jesus rising at the rock, whatever. I was like, I need
Moving
to
that rock. Yeah.
moving that rock. And then
You were Mary
he
Magdalene in this situation for
I'm
sure.
always Mary
Me
Magdalene.
too. Yeah.
We're all Mary Magdalene. Yeah,
Of
we
course.
give Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
He reaches out with his arm as I'm trying to get up from the bed, and he like this. He's like, "You're not going anywhere," and then pulls me into his bed, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm about to get murdered."
Was it sexy or scary? It was scary.
It was scary, sexy. I'm,
That
I'm
is
not gonna lie.
scary. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was because I was like, "Am I gonna die?" But also like he feels so good, and I was like, "Okay."
Yes, it's worth it.
I was like, at this point, it was already like 4 a.m. So it's like
Right.
I lived all the way in Ridgewood at that point. So it was like, am I
Okay.
really gonna trick out like an hour and a half?
I'd rather be murdered.
Rather be
Honey.
murdered, honey. In this economy,
Yeah. I
if
can't go.
you're
I'd rather be murdered, baby.
So then I wake up and then I try to swiftly, literally just run out because I was like, it's time to go home. And then he's like, where are you going? And I was like, I gotta work early. He's like, can I just make you some breakfast before you go? So
Wow.
I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna stay for breakfast because I'm so broke. I need to eat
Right.
some
Of
breakfast.
please. Of course.
Makes me like an egg omelet, gives me like cantaloupe and like some like strawberries and stuff. And then I'm like a cartoon, like anime, like
Right.
I'm eating, eating, eating. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Bye. Left my beautiful, it was a gift from like a dear friend of mine, my beautiful cashmere, because of winter, this beautiful cashmere scarf. I didn't even remember to grab it because I just bolted out of that apartment so quickly. And I
Yeah.
left my scarf, and I really should have gone back to claim it. But like, have you ever left something at a trade's place and
It's
reclaimed
a
it?
good. No. I might have left something at someone's place, but I don't think I could ever go back and get it.
That's the
Unless it
thing.
was um someone, oh God, someone left like a gold chain at my place once, like a necklace kind of thing. And
Yes, gold
I
chains are called, yeah.
yeah. Let me
Famously.
explain to you what I'm talking about. I don't think you're gonna get it. So he
Yeah,
left like
yeah, yeah. You're Latino, right? You're not gonna understand gold chains.
let me explain. So it hung around his neck. It was a gold chain. And
Hmm.
so I messaged him and said, like, hey, you left this at my place, da 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 da. And he goes, oh, okay, yeah, I'll figure out when to come and get it. And then like if you I thought didn't think about it. And then I was leaving town. And so I said, like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks. So if you want this chain, just let me know. And it started to turn into a thing where I think he thought I was like desperate to hook up and see him again. And because he wrote back and he was like, okay, chill. And I was like,
Oh,
what? Like, I'm not trying to hook up with you again. And I'll leave it outside my door. What do I care? And also, like, I'll throw it away. I don't care.
yeah, I'll
I'm trying
wear
to
it.
do
It's
you a
mine.
favor. Exactly. I know how to wear a gold chain. You put it around your neck. I know what to do with one. You know what I mean? And it just became
You
very awkward
clearly
after
don't.
that.
You took it off. Also, why did he take? I would be like, why'd you take off your gold chain? It would have been so much fucking sexier for you to leave it on.
I
Why did you take
agree.
off your gold chain? I
Yeah.
need that gold chains. I
I'm
need that
not the
gold chain
desperate one
on my
here.
back. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank
But I
you.
guess it was showing too much effort, or I seemed desperate because I was like, hey, you have this. I'm leaving town. Do you want it? And he was like, yeah, I'll let you know when I want to hook up again. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to hook up with you. Ugh.
Mind you, cut to you hooking up with him again.
Mm. Exactly. We're both wearing gold chains. We're wearing toe rings.
The same.
We're,
Oh,
we're just so bejeweled.
no.
Yeah.
Well, funny because a person who is a townsperson submitted an anonymous tip, an
Ooh.
anonymous recent hookup story that relates to leaving something at the trade's place. Now,
Okay.
this anonymous person, who we will not be mentioning, but definitely an OG townsperson that I'm pretty aware of, so shout out to you, you know who I'm talking about, send us a quick submission. Well, this story, it really takes so many twists and turns, but the gist of it is like he went to the gigs place. We here in the town we call them the gigs, the
Okay, I
sexy
love
gigs.
that.
You're at the gig, and he had a great gig, kind of Peru style, not just once, but like twice or maybe even three times, in that night. They were just gigging it out, honey. They're
Good
having a
for
great
that.
time. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm
he
so
did so
impressed.
he did so good. We gotta get you on this train, bro. We gotta
No
get you
kid.
on.
Well, honestly, I would fully be the 80-year-old man you hooked up with. We're like pretty much after the first one at this point, I'm like catatonic. Like I don't know. You'd have to like get the things to put on my chest to revive me. I would just be like, oh my fucking God.
Jennifer Love Hewitt shows up. She's like, "Oh my god, we gotta,
That's the
we
great thing.
gotta."
I could call 911 and be like, you guys, you don't understand. I had sex. I'm not going to recover from this. No, I'm impressed though. I'm very impressed.
So he leaves the building, which apparently seemed to be in a very affluent part of town. There's like a really nice think of those like like complexes that have like the different like buildings, and they have like security gates and whatnot. So like he
Yep.
leaves and goes to his car. So he's driving to his car and gets in the car and realizes that everything starts to look really blurry. So starts driving and he's like, I want to continue driving, but suddenly the lights look blurry, like, because I don't know if you wear contacts or glasses, Brian, but like,
I do. Yeah.
that sensation of just like, spots and blurriness. And like, I'm
Mm,
almost legally blind. So like without my contacts, I couldn't even think of getting into a car. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
Some people, I don't know, do you have like, you're nearsighted or
Mine's
farsighted?
not terribly strong. I am, yes, I am nearsighted, but my prescription isn't crazy strong. Like I could even drive during the day and it's not a problem. It's mostly like at night. Yeah.
Wait, what's your number? What's your number?
I don't even know. I'd have to go look.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
I know.
Brian.
I
The
know.
privilege, the privilege.
Scant, honey. I walk
Wow.
through this life unfettered. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know my prescription. It's not high though.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need a follow up on that. The town needs to know your
No,
prescription.
I need to. I will give you an exclusive
Please,
when I get that
excellent.
number. Yeah.
So he's in the car and he's like, wait, I left my glasses. He was like so hyped up from the adrenaline of hooking up and having a great time that he left his glasses in the trade's apartment and he cannot drive without his glasses.
Oh fuck.
So he had to make the difficult decision late at night to turn the car around the one
Oh,
block that he drove and then go through the humiliating process of trying to get back. Guess
the
what?
energy is so different when that happens. Like
Because the gig is
they
up,
think you're
literally.
stalking them. Yeah.
Oh.
They think you're stalking them. They're like, "Hello, what?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
Hey,
like
what's up?
chill,
Yeah.
chill, chill, dude.
Yeah.
So that he shows up, he's like, "This is a gated community." I'm like, it's like early in the morning. I have my
Right.
car outside. I'm just this random person here. And then he was like, I attempted to even just call out to his floor from the gate, be like, "Hey, Chance, Chance,
So chill.
Chance."
Yeah.
No chance. Chance
No,
is gonna
honey.
hear that.
Yeah.
And then two other people come to the door, and then they're like being like suspicious because maybe like it's late at night and they don't really think people usually come in the building or just like
No.
are just standing outside the building randomly without a key or
No.
access to the freaking building.
I'm telling you, there are a couple of Karens in that building who are up all night waiting for a moment like this.
Well, for a moment like
Like
this.
this.
So they are like, what's happening? Do you need help? And so this townsperson was like, I had to make the humiliating decision to be like, I need to get my glasses because I need to drive home. So
Sure.
I was like, oh, my friend Chance lives here, and I was just trying to get back into, because I left something at his place. And then they were kind of being suspicious because then they're like, why, why
Just
aren't
text
you
him or call
you
him
saying
or blah, blah,
whatever?
blah.
So they begrudgingly let him in, and they're in the elevator, and then, they're like kind of questioning him and whatever. And then they were like, you said your friend's name was Chance, right?
Oh,
And then the
no.
townsperson's like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, we know Chance. He lives in the apartment right above us. And the reason we left and are coming back in the building is because we heard you two fucking for like the last 2 hours.
Are
So we
you
had to
serious?
leave. We had to leave the apartment. And we just came back. So good thing you guys are finished. In the
The
elevator.
absolute nerve of
The
someone
absolute.
to call it out like that. I frankly think it's homophobic.
Well, I freaking think it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm at my home. Am I not allowed to just get bust down boots? Like if I want to have the best sex of my life and howl like a cat, it's like my apartment.
Yes.
But also
That's
like
otherwise go live in the country if it's such a problem for you. Like go live where there are no, you're not sharing a space.
yes, but also I feel like I don't know. I can see it from both sides, but then like I don't know what the rules and regulations are. I mean, it's just like was it that disturbing that you had to leave your apartment because it was so loud? But then I'm like, I don't know. I would want to know more of the information about the age of these people that lived underneath, like, like
Yes.
their situation. Did they seem like they're just like uptight or whatever? But either scenario is still humiliating for the person in that elevator, be like, I'm just here for my glasses.
Horrible.
By the way, before we wrap, I want to tell you congratulations on Are You Mad at Me? You're doing so many great things with Are You Mad
Thank
at Me?
you.
That I How was Edinburgh? How was your run? I know it
I
must have been
gotta tell you,
exhausting, but
it was exhausting, but I thought I was not gonna like it. Like it just, I'm not really built for stuff like that. I fucking loved it. It was the best. I had so much fucking fun. I really
oh
did. I
my
met a lot of cool
God.
people and it felt like us kind of like summer camp and the show just evolved and developed so much. I'm doing my next LA date's November 3rd. If anyone's in LA and wants to come and see it, just you could go to the link in my Instagram or whatever, or go to
Ooh,
bryansafi.com. But I got to tell you,
yes.
and I'm going to do it in New York hopefully soon. And I would really like to tour with it, but I just loved it. It was so
I
fun.
know, and it's just like anytime you're doing something at Union Hall, it sells out so quickly because you're so popular. And I'm just like, oh my God, I really have to have my finger on the pulse and get my notifications ready
Anytime you
for
want to
Miss
come, you
Safi.
just tell me. If I do a New York date, just let me know, and I'll obviously put you on a
Let's
list.
hope. Let's hope. And every townsperson from New York City, please come see Bryan Safi. One of the most hilarious
Thank you.
voices. Really, just one of the kindest and nicest people in general. So it's nice to know when someone's
I feel the
performing that, like
same
off
about you.
stage, you're nice.
No, but isn't it so
That's a
nice when like
shocker.
I feel the same about you when you're like so hilarious and so funny, and then like I don't know, and you're so good on stage, and then you're also just a cool person. It's like that
Stop.
doesn't always happen, you know?
How were the? I mean, if you even care to indulge me in this, were there like, how was the gay scene in Edinburgh? Like, is there even a gay scene, or is there everything is gay?
Only at the festival. There's only one gay bar. The Edinburgh's not a very, I guess Glasgow, which is like an hour train ride away, is really the like gay nightlife place, but I didn't really ever have time to go there.
Mhm.
Edinburgh isn't really itself very gay nightlifey. I think there's one gay bar called CC Bloom's in Edinburgh, which is named
CC
after
Bloom.
Bette Midler's character in Beaches. Her character's name is CC Bloom.
I'm gonna say something. I've
Yeah.
never seen that. Should I see? Should I? Is it bleaches or peaches?
What did I say? Beaches.
Beaches.
Yes, beaches
Beaches.
like the coast. Yeah.
Like I need to go. I need to see like the coast. Thank you for your
Well,
description.
because it is such a strange title. Beaches is such a weird name
You
for
know,
a
gold
movie.
chains, beaches. You know,
Beaches. Let me
beach.
I'm here to explain everything. Um I guess you should see it. Yeah, it's very campy. It's very campy.
It's Betty Davies, right?
It's no, it's
No,
Bette
Bette
Midler.
Midler. Sorry, Bette
Yes,
Midler.
but
Sorry,
common mistake. It's
sorry.
her and it's Barbara Hershey. And it's like and Mayim Bialik. And
What?
yeah, she's a little girl in it.
Wow,
Yeah.
little girl.
Little
That was her
girl.
start. That was her start. Is
That,
this
but yeah, I
before
think it
Blossom?
must have been. I think she plays a young Bette Midler.
Oh my, wow. Okay, I can
Yeah,
see that. I can see
yeah,
that. Because see, I was gonna watch. I was thinking of Bette Midler because of Diane Keaton because of the First Wives
of course.
Club, which R.I.P. Diane Keaton,
Oh,
icon, love her. And I really want to
icon.
rewatch Something's Got a Gift this week
Me
because
too.
one of my all-time favorite movies and all-time favorite performances. She's a queen.
100%. And
Oh
she's
my God.
topless in it. Hubba hubba.
Topless, hubba hubba, no CGI, no hiding, no nothing.
Nothing. Just
She
her.
put up. Oh my God, Brian, I'm obsessed with you. I love you so much.
I
I
love you
can't.
so much. I love you
You
so
need to
much, Bert. Thanks
come.
for having me.
Hopefully, if I get to see you, let's text. Let's make something happen. But everyone who's listening to this or watching, please go follow Brian Safi at Brian Safi. Go to bryansafi.com to check out all of the particulars of all of your shows,
Thank
all of the
you.
amazing things you're doing. There's so many things you're doing. I can't even name them all. You're just everywhere. Go listen to Attitudes. Let's
Thank you,
chat
Angel.
again,
Oh, my
please.
anytime. Anytime.
Yeah. All
I
right.
adore you.
Adore you. We'll chat. But everyone, thank you for listening, townspeople. Thank you, everyone, for watching. My pioneer of the week is honestly Brian Saffer for being here because you're an
Oh,
angel and I
you're
love
an
you.
angel. I
And I'll
love you
see
too.
everyone next week. And oh my God, y'all, the rest of the episode with Miss Brian Safi is going to be available behind the paywall if you're interested. We get into the nitty gritties of my my particular qualms, perhaps, with a specific hookup app that we were just literally talking about, and then we talk about a couple other things, and it's a really good catch up that I had. Please go ahead and support the links here in the description if you want to go listen to the extended length of this episode. It's going to be there for you. If not, we'll get to Kiki next week. It's going to be this week, actually. I'll be telling you how it all went because I'm going to be, I said it's Clover's birthday. So technically today, but depending on the weather, every year, well, no, every year we do go to Central Park to celebrate him. And I always get him a new little outfit. I always get him a new little treat. I always get him a little toy, and then we all just go to Central Park. And last year, I had Town Council final member John and Town Council final member Alex come to Central Park with me, which actually I have the Polaroid of that here. I just realized it. So look, everyone, take a look. That's us. That's us and Clover at Central Park. It was a really cute time. So gonna do that again. I was thinking tomorrow, but tomorrow, if you're a New York City townsperson, is also going to be horrendous weather, I believe. Wednesday looks like a sunny forecast. So on Wednesday, I'll be doing that. Hopefully, I have some people join me to Kiki and Kaka. I'll actually inquire. No, Miss Nick's going to be at work that night, so I don't think she's going to be able to join. But we'll recap. And I've also discussed a couple of new things that I'm thinking about doing on the Patreon for the Trust and Believers and Town Council members. Quick reminder that the town hall form submission for any sort of advice or question you may have or shout out does live there for anyone to access and submit. I do want to keep bringing that up here on the main episode so we can all discuss about things and trials and tribulations that the townspeople are going through. So if you want to go on there, please check it out. There's a couple different tiers. It's nothing crazy, honestly. And just come hang out for more content and more shenanigans that I'm trying to plan and organize for this month. So, please have a great week. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, which is the day that I'm recording this. Happy just week. Happy fall. I'm so glad that the weather's turning. Thank God. God is good. God is good. It's looking out for us. And I will see you all here next week. My pioneer, before I go, actually, where is it? Oh my god, where is it? It's my pioneer is, oh, here it is. It's this damn ring, which by the way I got read to filth. I think like a season ago on here by a townsperson that I posted this on Instagram, the famous ring that I lost. And then somebody said you lost that ring. I was like, that townsperson, I still have a gripe with you, but this is my famous ring that I always wear around when I want to wear some gold jewelry. And shout out to this ring that's been through a lot because recently at my freaking serving job, I left it by accident at the can washing station. And then now it's become famous because that wasn't the first time I left it there. It was the third time I left it there because I keep washing my hands. And then now everyone knows that this is my ring. And this ring's been through the literal ringer. LOL. Good night. This ring's been through the ringer. But really shout out to this ring that's been with me through so many ups and downs here in the town. So shout out, my pioneer of the week is this gold ring that I love so much. And some of you hate, but it's okay because we don't have to like the same things. Anyway, I'm so excited to be here with y'all, and I will see you again next Wednesday. Bye.